You think you know what a precision hunting rifle is supposed to feel like. But the aerospace carbon and titanium hitting the market in 2026 just rewrote the laws of physics. And if you are still running a heavy barrel just to get Sub-MOA groups, you are working way too hard. So stop making excuses about front-heavy suppressors ruining your balance, because these 7 ultralight technical hunters are about to make your old rig look like an absolute relic. Before we dive into the 7 most elite technical hunters on the market today, hit that subscribe button and lock it in, because I am giving you the raw, unfiltered truth on what actually works in the backcountry. Number 7. The Seekins Precision Havak Element M3. Next up, let us look at a rig coming straight from an elite division build style. Seekins Precision stepped away from their standard tactical platforms to bring out a hybrid backcountry weapon. This piece blends the rugged utility of a competition platform with the stripped-down profile of a mountain rifle. Under the hood, this rifle deploys an advanced hybrid receiver system. 7075 T6 aluminum forms the main body of the receiver to shave away every unnecessary ounce of weight. Hardened 416 stainless steel is permanently bonded directly at the locking lugs where the extreme pressure actually happens. This clever engineering avoids the typical bolt binding and thread stretching that completely ruins lesser aluminum actions when you fire high-pressure rounds. Looking at the bolt assembly, you get a fast 3-lug design that cuts your throwdown to a short 60 degrees. This setup easily clears large hunting optics when you are trying to pull off a fast follow-up shot. The platform effortlessly eats 6.5 PRC, or slings 7mm PRC downrange with flawless terminal performance. An integrated 20 MOA rail with a built-in bubble level keeps your long-range tracking perfectly true. Total damage to your wallet sets you back exactly $28.95 for this setup. Sound off below if you trust this hybrid rig to get the job done in the backwoods. But here is the real deal breaker. This rifle hits the scale between 6.5 and 7 pounds before you even attach an optic or a suppressor. Carrying that extra mass over 10 miles of steep terrain is going to absolutely punish your lower back. Honestly, if you are hunting true vertical peaks, where every single ounce feels like a brick, this chassis hybrid might feel just a bit too bloated for comfort. Number 6. The Christensen Arms Ridgeline FFT. Stepping up the game, we are looking at a platform that absolutely defines monocoque construction. The Christensen Arms Ridgeline FFT brings aerospace efficiency straight to the retail market without demanding a custom build timeline. Tipping the scales at a ridiculously light 5.45 pounds, this rig is an absolute ghost on your shoulder when you are hauling gear up steep ridges. Under the hood, let us talk about how this barrel is actually built. Instead of just wrapping carbon over a thick steel tube, they use a 416R stainless steel core that is button-rifled and completely hand-lapped. The barrel core is cut with a stepped profile in the center before they wrap it using their proprietary carbon process. This specific geometry eliminates barrel whip while drawing heat away from the chamber, giving you the stiffness of a heavy target barrel without dragging down your hike. Working the action feels incredibly slick, gliding backward like it is riding on wet ice. Dual plunger ejectors forcefully spit out heavy magnum brass with serious authority. This platform eats everything from 22-250 up to the massive 300 PRC. When you press that Trigger Tech shoe braking at exactly 2¼ pounds, the recoil pushes back like a stubborn mule, but the FFT shell absorbs the shock beautifully to keep you on target. The damage to your wallet is roughly $20.50. But here is the catch. The factory stock has absolutely zero adjustability for comb height or length of pull. If your cheek weld does not magically line up with the exact dimensions Christensen baked into that flash-forged carbon shell, you are going to be fighting scope shadow every time you shoulder the weapon. You either fit the gun naturally, or you strap on an ugly aftermarket cheek pad that completely ruins the sleek aesthetic. Number 5. The Browning X-Bolt 2 Pro McMillan SPR Carbon Fiber. Now we get serious with a rig designed specifically for guys who refuse to hunt without a can hanging off the front. The Browning X-Bolt 2 Pro McMillan SPR Carbon Fiber is a specialized instrument weighing in at a handy 5.8 pounds. This setup is incredibly compact because they intentionally shortened the barrel length to prevent that annoying front-heavy pendulum effect when you twist a silencer onto the muzzle threads. This is solid, but wait until you see the monster at number 1. It will absolutely blow your mind. Looking at the mechanical heartbeat, this rifle features a completely re-engineered X-bolt action. Under the hood, Browning extended the rear of the steel receiver to create more surface area for the bolt carrier group to slide against, wiping out the sloppy bolt wobble that plagued the first-generation models. They paired this receiver with a premium carbon fiber barrel wrapped by preferred barrel blanks, using a fast 1-in-7 twist rate to stabilize heavy bullets perfectly. This tack driver slings 6.5 Creedmoor downrange with devastating terminal performance, making it an absolute hammer on big game. Squeezing the trigger reveals their updated DLX trigger mechanism, which snaps like glass with zero perceptible overtravel. It breaks clean at exactly 3 pounds right out of the box, ensuring you do not pull your shots when a big buck steps into the clearing. Fire around and the recoil delivers a steady shove rather than an aggressive snap, allowing you to track your impact perfectly through the glass. Resting this action inside a McMillan Game Warden 2.0 stock gives you vertical grip ergonomics that mimic a precision match rifle. Street price on this setup is $39.99 at the gun counter. Let us be real about the deal breaker on this platform though. It has a frustrating performance quirk with the ejection geometry. When you run the bolt fast to clear the empty brass, the spent case frequently smashes right into the edge of the receiver port, causing a tiny nick that chips away the expensive finish over time. Spending $4 grand on a rifle means you do not want to see your own brass slowly eating the exterior coating for breakfast after a weekend at the range. Number 4. The Sako 90 Quest. Pushing deeper into the heavy hitters, we run straight into a masterpiece engineered deep in the snow of Finland. The Sako 90 Quest is the direct evolution of the legendary Carbon Wolf platform, built specifically for the unforgiving backcountry. It balances fully adjustable ergonomics with a rugged build that tips the scales right between 6.6 and 7.1 pounds. Under the hood, this rifle achieves its surgical accuracy through a premium cold hammer forged barrel system. This process uses heavy hydraulic hammers to compress the steel over a mandrel, which hardens the bore inner structure and completely eliminates the microscopic stress fractures found in standard button-rifled barrels. It features a solid steel receiver with an integrated Picatinny rail machined directly into the action body, ensuring your scope mount has an absolute zero flex foundation under heavy recoil. This rugged tack driver feeds on 6.5 Creedmoor, or eats 9.3 by 62 for breakfast, with total reliability. Working the push-feed bolt feels like a precision mechanical assembly, sliding seamlessly on ball bearings. The outer carbon stock is created using resin transfer molding to form a stiff 3D mesh that shrugs off freezing mountain storms. When you press the shoe, it breaks clean without a hint of mushiness, delivering a polite tap on your shoulder rather than an angry kick. You can adjust the trigger to 5 different weight settings from the outside without even taking the stock apart. The damage to your wallet is going to hover around $4,400 for this European marvel. But here is the deal breaker. Proprietary components from this brand are going to absolutely drain your wallet. If you want to buy a spare magazine or find specific factory parts, you will be paying an insane premium just for the name stamped on the box. Let us be real. When you are already laying down over $4 grand for a rifle, paying an arm and a leg for a basic backup magazine feels like a total scam. Number 3. The Bergara Premier Cima Pro. Entering the elite tier, we are looking at a powerhouse flagship that completely destroys the barrier between custom builds and factory reliability. The Bergara Premier Cima Pro is a relentless mountain tracker, weighing in at just 5.5 to 5.75 pounds. It is engineered specifically for hunters pulling hard miles through high-altitude terrain. The damage to your wallet is $30.99. Under the hood, this rig dominates because of its patented CURE carbon barrel design. Instead of just gluing carbon fiber onto a thin steel liner, the engineers weave continuous strands of stainless steel directly into the directional carbon matrix. These metal threads act as dedicated heat conduits, pulling thermal energy away from the chamber and throwing it out across the entire surface area of the barrel. This advanced mechanics trick drops overall barrel temperatures by up to 50 degrees compared to standard carbon wraps, completely wiping out the dangerous thermal point of impact shift during rapid strings of fire. Looking at the action, you get their legendary Premier Gen I receiver built on a classic 700 footprint. This skeletonized 416 stainless steel receiver runs a fluted bolt that is fully nitrided to stop binding dead in its tracks when freezing mud or mountain grit gets inside. When you drop behind the stock and squeeze the TriggerTech primary, it breaks clean like a frozen icicle. The muzzle blast vents through a self-timing muzzle brake, turning a sharp magnum punch into a polite push against your shoulder. This rig effortlessly eats 6.5 PRC, or slings 7mm PRC downrange, punching tight groups easily. But here is the deal breaker. This platform suffers from a frustrating performance quirk regarding ammunition sensitivity. If you do not feed it premium match-grade ammunition, the accuracy degrades immediately, and those tight groups will completely open up on you. It is a certified diva on the reloading bench, meaning you will spend extra time and money searching for the perfect high-end factory load just to keep it running at peak performance. Number 2. The Weatherby Mark V Backcountry Capra. Closer to the crown, we are looking at a featherweight titan that pushes the boundaries of extreme weight reduction. The Weatherby Mark V Backcountry Capra was engineered to answer one single question: how light can a rifle get without falling apart under pressure? Tipping the scales at an unbelievable 4.1 pounds before adding glass. This alpine machine reigns supreme when you are climbing high peaks where oxygen is thin. The street price sets you back $3,499 at the retail counter. Under the hood, this mountain rifle uses a scaled-down titanium 6-lug action with a tiny 54-degree bolt throw. This design matters because it provides the shortest throw in the gun world, allowing for blazing fast follow-up shots while giving your large scope bell tons of clearance. The receiver gives you the strength of solid steel while cutting weight by 42%. It features an internal blind box magazine that deletes the heavy floor plate completely to trim away every extra gram of fat. This ultralight rig easily feeds on .308 Winchester or eats 6.5 Creedmoor for breakfast. Looking at the barrel, you get a thin contour steel tube marked by deep double helix fluting. For short-action rounds, they cut the length down to 17 inches, making it perfectly balanced once you twist a titanium suppressor onto the muzzle. Pressing the TriggerTech blade with its frictionless release technology feels like snapping a glass rod, breaking clean at exactly 3¼ pounds right from the factory. The recoil pushes back like a sharp lightning bolt, but an advanced 3D printed honeycomb recoil pad on the Peak 44 stock collapses under pressure to save your shoulder. But here is the real deal breaker. The ergonomics on this featherweight shell can feel like a total nightmare if you have larger hands. The grip profile is chopped down so thin to save weight that it feels like holding a broomstick in your palm. If you do not have tiny fingers, your hand will start cramping up after holding it on a long stakeout. Let us be real. Sacrificing basic hand comfort just to shave off a tiny fraction of an ounce makes this mountain machine a tough sell for big guys. Number 1. The Proof Research Glacier TI. Sitting at the absolute peak of the mountain, this ultra-premium masterwork takes the undisputed crown for 2026. It throws out all compromises to deliver a surgical instrument that completely leaves the rest of the market in the dust. It gives you the rugged, freeze-proof reliability of the Bergara Premier at number 3, but with a flawless titanium build quality that puts the tiny grip of the Weatherby Capra to absolute shame. Weighing in between 5.31 and 6.25 pounds, it feels as light as a feather on your back while shooting like a heavy competition railgun. Under the hood of this mountain machine, the foundation rests on an elite long-peak Razor TI titanium push-feed action. This 2-lug receiver uses an advanced M16-style slider extractor paired with a Sako ejector to ensure flawless mechanical cycling under extreme environmental stress. The bolt body features deep helical fluting to sweep away dirt, running so smoothly that it requires almost zero physical effort to cycle whether the firing pin is cocked or not. This action is matched with a premium match-grade steel barrel wrapped in multi-directional carbon fiber filaments. This specific weave layout uses tight hoop wraps for chamber pressure, longitudinal wraps for suppressor weight deflection, and 45-degree wraps to completely neutralize rotational torque. Looking at the stock integration, the barrel completely free floats inside their lightweight Mountain Hunter carbon shell. The factory carbon bedding is executed with such tight tolerances that it mirrors a high-end custom shop job, anchoring the receiver perfectly against shifting weather and extreme humidity. Pulling the trigger shoe activates a crisp trigger tech unit that breaks at exactly 2 pounds with absolutely zero creep or mushiness. It slings 25 Creedmoor or feeds on 7mm PRC downrange with a guaranteed accuracy under 0.5 MOA. Independent testing has printed insane 0.26-inch groups at the range, proving its absolute supremacy over every other rifle on this list. Laying down the cash for this Tier 1 rig will set you back exactly $7,499 at the gun counter. It is a massive investment that is built exclusively for the elite backcountry marksman who demands perfection on every single hunt. Look, dropping serious cash on a carbon fiber rig is only half the battle. You can carry a 5-pound titanium hammer up the mountain, but if you do not know how to read the wind or manage your breathing under stress, that trophy animal is walking away. The 2026 gear we talked about today is designed to remove every single physical excuse you have in the backcountry, but it is entirely on you to put in the dry fire reps and actually master the platform before you step off the pavement. Stop relying on an expensive price tag to magically buy your skills. Honestly, you need to get out there, burn some powder, and figure out exactly what works for your specific setup. Train hard, stay safe, and I will see you downrange.